The doctor looked at him. He seemed calmer now. There was no sign of madness or hysteria. He was merely disturbed and excited. तो डॉक्टर आया, डॉक्टर उसको देखा, तो he was Klausner was very calm right now. फोन में तो डॉक्टर साहब जल्दी आइए ऐसे करके पैनिक कर रहा था. अभी उसके अंदर वो मैडनेस, वो हिस्टेरिया, वो सब नहीं दिख रहा है. He was quite calm and composed. They went across the road into the park and Klausner led the way to the great beech tree, at the foot of which stood the long black coffin box of a machine and the axe. So वो गया, he took the doctor, escorted the doctor towards the beech tree. ठीक है, black box वहीं पे रखा था, axe भी रखा था. Why did you bring it out here? The doctor asked. I wanted a tree. There aren't any big trees in the garden. And why the axe? तो बोला कि अरे तुम इसको यहाँ पे क्यों लेके आए हो? Why did you bring the machine out here? बोला कि गार्डन में तो बड़ा कोई ट्री नहीं, I needed a big tree. बोला कि and why did you bring the axe? बोला कि I'll show it to you. Wait a moment. You'll see in a moment. But now please put on these earphones and listen. Listen carefully and tell me afterwards precisely what you hear. I want to make quite sure. बोलता है कि I will show it to you. I will explain everything. अभी सिर्फ ये हेडफोन्स डाल दो. Listen carefully. And जो भी सुनने को आ रहा है, tell me afterwards. I just want to make everything quite sure. The doctor smiled and took the earphones and put them over his ears. Doctor smile किया, earphones लिया और उसके कानों में डाल दिया. Klausner bent down and flicked the switch on the panel of the machine. Then he picked up the axe and took his stance with his legs apart, ready to swing. For a moment he paused. Can you hear anything? He said to the doctor. तो Klausner जो है वो झुका, ठीक है, and he switched the machine on. ठीक है, axe हाथ में लिया and फिर से पांव स्प्रेड करके रेडी हुआ ट्री पे हिट करने के लिए. वो पूछा डॉक्टर से, कैन यू हियर एनीथिंग? कैन आई व्हाट? कैन यू हियर एनीथिंग? जस्ट अ हमिंग नॉइज. तो बोला कि कुछ सुन पा रहे हो क्या? तो ये क्या? कैन यू हियर एनीथिंग? आई सेड हाँ, एक हमिंग नॉइज आ रहा है. द मशीन वाज वर्किंग. Klausner stood there with the axe in his hands, trying to bring himself to swing. But the thought of the noise that the tree would make made him pause again. तो Klausner वहां पे रहा, खड़ा था, ठीक है. He had the axe ready in his hand. लेकिन वो सोच रहा था कि the tree would make again, it would feel pain. ठीक है, तो वो रुक गया थोड़ा देर के लिए. What are you waiting for? The doctor asked. तो डॉक्टर से पूछा कि अरे क्या चीज के लिए तुम वेट करो? What are you waiting for? Nothing, Klausner answered. And then he lifted the axe and swung it at the tree. And as he swung, he felt he could swear it. He felt a movement of the ground on which he stood. He felt a slight shifting of the earth beneath his feet, as though the roots of the tree were moving underneath the soil. But it was too late to check the blow, and the axe blade struck the tree and wedged deep into the wood. At that moment, high overhead, there was a cracking sound of the wood splintering, and the swishing sound of leaves brushing against other leaves. And they both looked up, and the doctor cried, "Watch out, run, man, quickly run." तो डॉक्टर उससे पूछा कि अरे व्हाट आर यू वेटिंग फॉर? क्या चीज के लिए रुके हो? तो क्लास में बोला कि नो नो नथिंग. वो लेके ही swung the axe. And when he swung the axe, वो फील कर पा रहा था कि उसके पांव के नीचे से जमीन खिसक रहा है. It was moving underneath his, as if लग रहा था the roots of the tree were moving inside the earth. तो एक्स को चला दिया. He could not stop himself. एक्स गया जाके पूरा फिर से ट्री ट्रंक में घुस गया. At that exact moment, पेड़ के ऊपर से क्रैकिंग आवाज आया, स्प्लिंटरिंग ऑफ वुड. एक पूरा बड़ा सा ब्रांच जो है ट्री का, वो गिर रहा है उसके ऊपर. दोनों ऊपर देखे, डॉक्टर चिल्लाया, बोला कि वॉच आउट, रन मैन, रन, क्विकली रन. उसको अलर्ट किया. The doctor had ripped off the earphones and was running away fast, but Klausner stood spellbound, staring up at the great branch, 60 feet long at least, that was bending slowly downwards, breaking and cracking and splintering at its thickest point, where it joined the main trunk of the tree. The branch came crashing down, and Klausner leapt aside just in time. It fell upon the machine and smashed it. तो डॉक्टर तब पे कान से ईयरफोन फेंक के वो दूसरी तरफ भाग रहा था. He was saving himself. क्लासरूम तो वहीं पे खड़ा रहा, देख रहा था. पेड़ का जो ब्रांच है, इट वाज 60 फीट ब्रांच, उसके ऊपर ऐसे ऐसे करके गिर रहा था. ठीक है, आया एंड इट फेल डाउन ऑन द मशीन. पूरा मशीन टूट गया, स्मैश इनटू पीसेस. क्लाउसनर जो है एकदम लास्ट मोमेंट पे वो कूद के वो साइड हट गया, वो बच गया. Great heavens, shouted the doctor as he came running back. That was a near one. I thought it had got you. तो डॉक्टर वापस आया, उसके बाद क्या रे पावर, दैट्स अ वेरी क्लोज कॉल. ये तो लगा कि फिर तुम ही पे गिर गया होगा. I thought it had got you. Klausner was staring at the tree. His large head was leaning to one side, and upon his smooth white face there was a tense, horrified expression. Slowly he walked up to the tree and gently he prized the blade loose from the trunk. तो क्लासनर तो ट्री को ही देख रहा था. ठीक है, फिर उसका सर ऐसे करके झुक गया था टुवर्ड्स वन पर्टिकुलर साइड. वो गया, एक्स को पकड़ा, डाला, he dropped it on the ground. तो क्लासनर जो है he struck the tree, ब्रांच ऊपर से गिर गया, उसका मशीन टूट गया. डॉक्टर भाग गया, क्लासनर भी साइड में हट गया. ठीक है, तो डॉक्टर उसके पास आया, बोला कि आई थॉट कि तुमको यू गॉट हर्ट. ठीक है, क्लासनर गया ट्री के पास, ही टुक आउट द एक्स फ्रॉम द ट्रंक. वो डॉक्टर से बोला, डिड यू हियर इट, ही सेड, टर्निंग टू द डॉक्टर. His voice was barely audible. The doctor was silent. The doctor was still out of breath from the running and the excitement. Hear what? In the earphones, did you hear anything when the axe struck? The doctor began to rub the back of his neck. Well, he said. As a matter of fact, he paused and frowned and bit his lower lip. No, I'm not sure. I couldn't be sure. I don't suppose. I had the earphones on for more than a second after the axe struck. So doctor तो ऐसे करके अपना was rubbing his back. He was uncertain कि क्या बोले या क्या नहीं बोले. क्लासरूम से पूछा कि did you hear something? As a matter of fact, वो बहुत uncertain है, doubtful है. बोलता कि no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe he has heard it, maybe not. He has not heard it. ठीक है. तो बोलता है कि I had the earphones on just for a second, maybe सिर्फ एक सेकंड के लिए शायद मैं earphones कान में था, इसके अलावा एकदम सुना ही नहीं. Yes, but what did you hear? क्लास में बोला है कि हाँ, क्या सुने हो बोलो. I don't know, the doctor said. I don't know what I heard. Probably the noise of the branch breaking. He was speaking rapidly, rather irritably. Like, I don't know, मुझे नहीं पता. Perhaps I heard the branch breaking. मैं branch break करने का मैं आवाज सुना, maybe. I don't know. He was uncertain. He was absolutely unsure. What did it sound like? Klausner leaned forward slightly, staring hard at the doctor. Exactly what did it sound like? तो बोलता है कि अरे, what did it sound like? Tell me, बोलो मेरे को. उन्हें डायरेक्टली देख रहा है, कैसा साउंड था बोलो. Oh hell, the doctor said. I really don't know. I was more interested in getting out of the way. Let's leave it. Dr. Scott, what did it sound like? Like, yeah, जाने दो ना. I really don't know. I don't remember. I was more worried about getting out of the way. सिर्फ ये बचना था. मुझे और किसी चीज का और कोई परवाह नहीं था. Let's leave it at that. क्लास ने उसको फिर से बोला, What did it sound like? क्या आवाज था बोलो मेरे को. For God's sake, how could I tell? What with half the tree falling on me and half to run for my life? The doctor certainly seemed nervous. Klausner had sensed it now. He stood quite still, staring at the doctor, and for fully half a minute he didn't speak. The doctor moved, his feet shrugged, Sorry, the doctor moved his feet, shrugged his shoulders, and half turned to go. Well, he said, we'd better get back. फिर से जब पूछा कि what did it sound like, बोला कि अरे how the hell do I know? For God's sake, I don't know. ठीक है, half of the tree was falling on me. I was running for my life. और तुमको पढ़वाया कि ये साउंड के बारे में. क्लाउसनर समझ गया, डॉक्टर भी टेंस्ड है. प्रीवियसली क्लाउसनर वाज टेंस्ड, अभी डॉक्टर टेंस्ड है. तो दोनों कुछ नहीं बोले, दोनों एक दूसरे को देख रहे. डॉक्टर थोड़ा पांव हिला, let it go. He shrugged his shoulders. I said, चलो, let's get back. इतना तक सबको क्लियर है? क्लियर? जो लोग ऑनलाइन कर रहे हो, इतना तक क्लियर है? त्रिशान, अक्षत, कीर्ति. Look, said the little man, and now his smooth white face became suddenly suffused with color. Look, he said, you stitch this up. He pointed to the gash that the axe had made in the tree trunk. You stitch this up quickly. तो क्लासर जो है कुछ बोला नहीं, बोला कि देखो ये जो कटा हुआ का दाग है, stitch this up immediately, इसको heal करो, stitch it up. Don't be silly, the doctor said. You do as I say, stitch it up. Klausner was gripping the axe handle, and he spoke softly in a curious, almost threatening tone. Don't be silly, the doctor said. I can't stitch through wood. Come on, let's get back. How can I stitch through wood? Chalo, let's get back. Leave this, let's get back. So you can't stitch through wood? No, of course not. To acha, to tum cannot stitch through wood. I said, no, of course I cannot do that. Have you got any iodine in your bag? What if I have? तो बोला कि no, of course not. तो फिर पूछा कि तुम्हारे बैग में कोई आयोडीन है क्या? कि हाँ, what if I have? What if it? बोला कि no, how can I stitch through wood? So of course not. बोला कि आयोडीन निकालो, आयोडीन लगा दो. Then paint the cut with iodine. It will sting, but that can't be helped. Now look, the doctor said, and again he turned as if to go. Let's not be ridiculous. Let's get back to the house and then paint the cut with iodine. तो बोलता है कि देखो, you have iodine in your bag ना, take it out and put it there. बोलता है कि हाँ ठीक है, थोड़ा सा जलेगा, थोड़ा सा दर्द होगा, but it cannot be helped. तो बोलता है कि पागल मत बनो, let's go, let's get back home. क्लास में एकदम threateningly बोला, लगाएगा कि नहीं? Will you paint it or not? The doctor hesitated. He saw Klausner's hand tightening on the handle of the axe. He decided that his only alternative was to run away fast, and he clearly wasn't going to do that. तो जब क्लासनर लास्ट बार बोला कि पेंट इट, तो वो सोचा कि देख रहा है कि कि एक्स उसके हाथ में है, क्लासनर उसको टाइटली ग्रिप कर लिया है, ठीक है. वो सोचा कि नो, इसको ऐसे कंडीशन में छोड़ के जाना सही नहीं होगा, ऐसे करके यहाँ से भाग जाना भी सही नहीं होगा. तो बोला ऑल राइट, ही सेड, आई विल पेंट इट विद आयोडीन. तो बोला कि ठीक है, मैं पेंट कर दूंगा. He got his black bag, which was lying on the grass about 10 yards away, opened it, and took out a bottle of iodine and some cotton wool. He went up to the tree trunk, uncorked the bottle, tipped some of the iodine onto the cotton wool, bent down and began to dab it into the cut. He kept one eye on Klausner, who was standing motionless with the axe in his hands, watching him. तो वो अपना बैग लेके आया, बोला कि ठीक है, मैं पेंट कर दे रहा हूँ. बैग लेके आया, आयोडीन निकाला, डाला, एंड ही स्टार्टेड टू डैब इट. ऐसे कर आयोडीन लगाना स्टार्ट कर दिया. एक साइड से वो देख रहा है कि वो काम कर रहा है, और दूसरे साइड से वो देख रहा है कि क्लासनर वहां पे एक्स पकड़ के अभी भी खड़ा है. Make sure you get it in right in. Yes, the doctor said. Now do the other one, the one just above it. The doctor did as he was told. तो बोला कि डू इट प्रॉपर्ली. कि हाँ ठीक है, मैं कर दूंगा. बोलता है कि नाउ डू द अदर वन जस्ट अबव, बोला कि इसके ठीक ऊपर का जो है वो वाला करो। देयर यू आर, ही सेड, इट्स डन। बोलता है कि दोनों ही कर दिया, फिर ठीक है ये देखो कर दिया। He straightened up and surveyed his work in a very serious manner. That should do nicely. तो डॉक्टर आयोडीन लगाने के बाद उठ के बोला कि हाँ ऐसे ये हो जाएगा, this will be sufficient. Klausner came closer and gravely examined the two wounds. Yes, he said, nodding his huge head slowly up and down. Yes, that will do nicely. He stepped back a pace. You'll come and look at them again tomorrow. तो क्लासनर अच्छे से बोला कि हाँ ठीक है, will do nicely. फिर बोला कि कल भी आके इसको चेक करके जाना. Come back again tomorrow. Oh yes, the doctor said, of course. And put some more iodine on. If necessary, yes. बोला कि कल भी आ जाना. बोला कि हाँ ठीक है मैं आ जाऊंगा. बोला कि if you need it, if it is needed, put some more iodine, और भी iodine लगा देना. बोला कि yes, yes, if needed मैं लगा दूंगा. Thank you, doctor, Klausner said. And he nodded his head again. And he dropped the axe. And all at once he smiled, a wild, excited smile. And quickly, the doctor went over to him and gently he took him by the arm and he said, come on, we must go now. And suddenly, they were walking away, the two of them, walking silently rather hurriedly across the park, over the road, back to the house. तो क्लास ने उसको थैंक यू बोला, ठीक है, he nodded his head, axe को ड्रॉप कर दिया, and he once again smiled a wild excited smile. Why he smiled नहीं पता. डॉक्टर गया उसके पास, उसको हाथ पकड़ा और बोला कि चलो हम लोग को अभी जाना है. And they left the place and they went back to the house. But the question still remains कि क्लासनर ने वो आवाज सुना था या नहीं. Did his sound machine truly work? But so far हम लोग जो देखे हैं, yes, the sound machine did work for him. ठीक है, वो आवाज सुना, he believed that the tree, actually the plant, the trees, the flowers, सब sounds create कर रहे थे. तो डॉक्टर ने सुना या नहीं, that is a big question. वो डाउटफुल था, नहीं पता कि क्या है. बट क्लाउसनर पागल तो शायद नहीं ही है, ठीक है. ही हैज मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हर्ड दैट साउंड. या ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि ही वाज सो फिक्सेटेड ऑन इट, ही वाज सो फोकस्ड ऑन इट, जिसके वजह से उसको लगा कि वो सुन रहा है, बट ही मे नॉट हैव. वी डोंट नो. बट वन थिंग इज फॉर सर्टेन कि क्लाउसनर इज अ नेचर लवर. वो नेचर को प्यार करता है, इसके वजह से वो ऐसे करके बिहेव. ठीक है, क्लियर चैप्टर. चलिए, दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे. हम लोग का आईएससी का सिलेबस फिर से कवर्ड है. ठीक है, चलिए आज के लिए इतना ही. बाय बाय.